What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Every single year I always make at least one video about frost seeding. Last year's video, I believe, was called The Ultimate Guide to Frost Seeding. This year I don't know what it's going to be titled, but it's basically how to frost seed and how to get the best out of your frost seeding efforts, because I continuously see a lot of people fail when it comes to frost seeding, and to be honest with you, it's really not that difficult if you follow the proper steps. Now, frost seeding is basically where you're taking clover seeds, a mixture of clover seeds. We like using Domain products. They have Hot Chick and Comeback Kid. My favorite would probably be Comeback Kid. It's a very good blend of clovers. I have frost seeded this at least 7 or 8 times now, and the results, I have amazing clover food plots, and I'll show all that footage on this video as B-roll. And but you're taking those very, very tiny seeds and you're letting Mother Nature do the work. And what do I mean by that is you're broadcasting that onto bare soil at a time when nature is freezing and thawing. The daytime highs are getting above freezing. At nighttime it goes into freezing. So with that, the ground expands and contracts with the temperature of outside and the sunlight. And you want to do that into a prepared seed bed. I think one of the fails with this, guys, that you're doing is you're broadcasting into a non-prepared seed bank, and that's not a good idea because you have lots of weeds in there that can outcompete the clover, and you're not going to get good soil to seed contact and so forth. So you need to be broadcasting clover seeds when you're frost seeding into a prepared seed bed, whether it's last year's brassica plot or it could be last year's winter wheat plot. You know, you could broadcast into that, and in the springtime it's going to green up, your clovers are going to germinate, and you can mow out your wheat and rye and you can establish good clover that way. But you need to be doing this at a time in your area where you're getting the daytime highs above freezing, and then nighttime it's going below freezing, so the ground is freezing and contracting, freezing, contracting, expanding, and so forth. So you got to pay attention to this. In January, when the ground is rock solid, it's not a great time to do this. It's too early, and then when you put it on too early, the ground is freezing, and the daytime highs don't get above freezing point, and then your seed just sits there. It allows birds to peck away the seeds, it allows runoff and all that stuff. So you have to pay attention to the weather in your area where the temperatures again are going above freezing, and nighttime it's going below freezing. And you want to do this in the morning where that ground is still frozen, but you're looking at the weather forecast and you say, okay, the next 7 days I'm getting that freezing thaw in action, so I'm going to go out here in the morning when the ground is still frozen. That way when you're walking through it, it's not a muddy mess, because we know how that is, right? So you're broadcasting that seed at a rate of either half to 3/4 of what an actual poundage per acre recommends. So if it's a brand new plot, say it's a brassica plot, and you have no clover in there, you want to go at a higher rate, right? But if it's an existing clover plot and you just want to thicken it up, you can go at about half to 3/4 of the rate that it recommends per acre. So just follow that seed tag and those recommendations there, and you're broadcasting that out. Say in my area, March, mid-March, end of March. That's my time frame here in Maryland and central to western Pennsylvania. Sometime within that time frame. I'm not going out in January frost seeding clover. I'm not going out in June and trying to frost seed clover. It has to be, you're looking at the temperature forecast and you're looking at it and saying, okay, the next week, somewhere around March or April, whatever it is in your area, my next week, daytimes are in the 50s, nighttimes in the 30s, so I'm getting that freeze thaw in action. I'm gonna broadcast my clover out into that old last year's brassica food plot. You know, I have a couple plots like that this year that were brassica plots I'm gonna be frost seeding Comeback Kid into. I've done this many times and it works great. One thing you don't want to do with this, guys, is you don't want to go out there again and broadcast seeds on the frozen ground where it's going to be continuously frozen for weeks on end. You don't want to do that, and you also don't want to do all this snow seeding. I feel like the guys that are making these snow seeding videos are just putting out videos to promote you know, the seed that they're using, or just to make content. And it's a fail that I think, you know, you don't want to happen to yourself, because you're spending the money to buy the seeds, so you want your money's worth. So I highly recommend that you don't pay attention to snow seeding. Snow seeding, there's so many things that can go wrong with it, and it's just something that I don't promote. And I would highly recommend that you don't follow that as well. If you follow it's so easy. You just follow the proper steps, that freeze thaw action. You don't have to think too much into it, guys. It's not something you need to overthink. Pay attention to prepared soil, prepared seed bed. Broadcast your seed at a freezing, thawing moment in your state, your county, whatever it is. Pay attention to that, and you will have amazing results. Clover can feed deer for many months out of the year. It's a powerful attraction, not only for deer, but also turkey and birds, and so much. There's so many things that it benefits. You'll get some areas, depending where you're at, what state, but you can get up to 10 months of attraction just from clover. It's easy to maintain and so forth. So any questions, guys, on frost seeding clover, drop a comment down below. I'd love to help you out with that, and I will link last year's video with this video so you can watch that as well. Be sure to check out this video right here, guys. It's going to link you to last year's clover frost seeding video. Check it out. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment down below. I'll see you guys on that next video.